me behind.
You're on your own, buddy.
All right, let's bring in Geoff Pinkus, the Pinker, from the Living Large show on AM 560. I feel like the Pinker would help me out. What
do you think? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. You're on.
Another story that I saw this morning is in the Sun Times, and this is just, or actually, you saw this one, right? You spotted this one first, and I thought it was crazy.
Bullying. You know, Mean Girls?
Yeah.
In the high schools.
In the high schools. It still exists, apparently, in the retirement homes. According to some of the workers, bullying among senior citizens is more common. There is a woman, Melanie Starnes, and she's out of Arizona, so obviously there are a lot of retirees down there. But I got to tell you, I know this personally from my grandma. She went into a nursing home recently, and already, you know, stories of who's allowed to sit at the table, who's not, and they're fighting, and it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Seriously? But apparently, this lady says, despite one woman, a resident, said despite repeated complaints to the director of her homeowners association, she still can't get a seat at the card table. She gets the cold shoulder at the women's club, and she's been chased away. Imagine that, with a walker maybe, chased away from the seats at the community pool. So obviously there's still some Mean Girls work going on out there. What do you think of that?
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that. I mean, I could talk about this for an hour, because I'm going to be, it's interesting, starting next year, I'm going to be doing some speaking at schools on bullying, interesting enough, to your point. And it's got to be a huge problem. Yesterday, on page 3, actually the first page of the USA Today, they were talking about bullying in the workplace. So bullying is you know, it literally is going on from 8 to 80, and I'm not surprised whatsoever. There are just people that just can't get it together. So whether you're a kid or you're an adult or you're a bully at workplace, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's a terrible thing. There's nothing to me worse than a bully. But it's just big cliques, and you know, and some people just carry that mean streak with them throughout their life. So it's sad, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting too. Is like a lot of times people sort of give the elderly a pass when it comes to things like that. Oh, you know, they're older. You know, have respect for your elders, and you don't want to call them out on it. And sometimes when you do, oh my gosh, you don't, you know. But I can see what you're saying, though. No,
it's true. There's some people that just don't. You know, to me, they have a giant insecurity. They're missing something. They've got that power thing going, and I mean, I don't know if it's laying around the office there, but you should look it up online. It was very interesting. It's now I don't want to call it the new fad, but you know how you have sexual harassment stuff on the job, but bullying on the job of where do you draw the line, or you know, where do you draw the line of being tough and being a bully? It's the same thing, you know, you say in the nursing home, and
it definitely is.
And it's sad, but it's true.
All right. True. Well, Geoff Pinkus, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
And your show is on. I know it's a weekend thing, right? What time is it on?
Yeah, it's on Sundays from 7 to 9. The next couple of weeks we're being bumped because of Illinois basketball. But I just want to jump in and say that I know you guys are the home of the Bears, and maybe we'll talk about this down the road. But I made this bet with a listener that if the Bears would win the division, I would shave my head. And guess what? I have to shave my head come February.
Join the club, man. Send the pictures, please. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you, man.
All right, see ya.